Music has been, for most of our human history, a communal experience. It hasn't been a performance-related experience. It's been something we all do together. There's not performer and listener. And I think that's one of the reasons drum circles are getting so popular.
They're interactive, they're facilitated, they utilize rhythm, and they're very inclusive. That could be a community drum circle in a park where everybody is invited regardless of age, self-select in. It could be a closed circle that's provided for a corporate team building event where leadership models are what will be discussed and actually experienced as part of the drum circle or the rhythm circle activity. They could be facilitated to deliver wellness outcomes. I see that this movement is expanded both in terms of the numbers of activities done by the numbers of trained, well-skilled facilitators and others who are not trained, but also well-skilled, and that they're being used for everything from celebrating a birth to grieving the loss of a loved one, from curriculum integration, using rhythm as a method of addressing curriculum needs such as simple math and language arts, for use in creating a more stable classroom environment, the social emotional processing that can take place. I see it used in every population I can imagine.
Everyone kind of has their own rhythm already and their own sound and their own masterpiece, but boy, when you put all these sounds together, it just sounds like one. It just sounds like absolutely one sound, and it's kind of a metaphor for life. It's a metaphor for what we're all down here for.
The great thing about drumming is it brings people together, and some of our students may not necessarily be socializing, going out meeting friends or, socializing with their peers at home. But they come here, they sit around in a circle, they get the chance what it feels like to socialize, connect through music.
No matter what your level of experience may be, whether you're the brand new, just trying it for the first time, what the heck is this, to the person who's been doing it for decades, we're all part of the circle, everyone's included, we're all playing together side by side.
Well, this is the magic of all of us together.
You're able to bond with people on a different level, and it's nonverbal communication. So even if the person doesn't speak the same language as you, you're playing and interacting, and you're having a dialogue with them.
Remember that music was originally communal and social, and it connected people, and that's basically what humans need to survive and to feel validated or feel loved.
For 5 days, 40 individuals came together from across the war zone of Iraq to learn to lead drum circles, facilitation training for peacemaking in their separate communities. But the surprise was the bonding that occurred in those 5 days. Really, when we started, the body language was very reserved and angry, and people sat in their separate language groups who spoke Kurdish or who spoke Arabic or who spoke Aramaic. And after 2 or 3 days, we stopped thinking of each other as Arab or Kurd. It was like, you're the doumbek player, you're the violinist. And the human side of the project came through. By the 4th day, the musicality, the listening was so extraordinary, and we would actually end jams and have silence in the space, comfortable silence, satisfied, joyful, peaceful silence. By the last day when we ended the project, people were crying and hugging, which is unheard of in a Muslim culture. It was like stripping off layers of pain, of heartache, of fear. We're talking about hundreds of years of war and tensions between these cultures really was eliminated. And I think what an affordable, effective tool for peacemaking all over the world.
everybody becomes equal in the circle. It doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter if you have played a musical instrument or you have no music experience. We all become equal when we start beating the drums.
After a few minutes, you just lose yourself. You're just playing with the rhythm, and the funny thing is, you don't really have to care about making mistakes or anything like that, and worry about that, because it's just carried through in the drumming, and it's just wonderful.
It's the most accessible way to enable people to express themselves.
So this drum circle that is full of pattern and relationship and meaning is really intuitively attractive to a very broad range of people, from the most conservative to the most liberal. And sometimes you'll find them in the same circle.
If you can breathe, if you can walk, or even if you can't, if your heart is beating, then you've got a rhythm there, okay?
And it doesn't matter if it's in Iceland or Norway or Korea or Australia or New Zealand. It doesn't matter.
Anyone can drum.
It draws people in. People who are resistant can't fight the groove. They're tapping their fingers and their feet to it. It permeates us. We are all made with rhythm. We are wired for rhythm. From our heartbeat, to our breathing, to our walking, to our sleeping and waking, our circadian, our respiratory, we are wired for rhythm.
It is at the subatomic level, it's at the molecular level, it's certainly in our quotidian activities. Daily we walk, we talk, we brush our teeth, we even scratch ourselves in rhythm. And of course we're in diurnal nocturnal cycles, we're in cosmological cycles. Rhythm seems to be something very fundamental to our experience.
The very first thing that starts in any child is a rhythm. And that rhythm starts right in its chest. And it finds its own, and it's the very first thing that a doctor can actually see to make sure that this is a viable life.
It's almost like a language that I never learned how to speak, but just instinctively understand it and know how to speak it. And I think it's universal. It's like a smile.
Rhythm is the same conduit. This is the same juice that writers use to write, that artists use to paint.
All of the distractions that we have in our lives when we're in a drumming circle, the vibration, the power of the drum, it just dissipates all of that, just all of the distractions, and connects us to that heart.
Is sort of a gateway to explore what healing is, what connection is, what spirituality is. It can take you to and through all those places. It's a gateway.
There is an interactive group vibration that's created by the improvisation of the people playing. That group vibration permeates the room you're in. It permeates the circle. It permeates your body. That group vibration is a massage. The clock starts now. For that moment, you are here now, present, totally present in the moment with that beat, with that group, and at the same time, that place, that tension in the heart, in the mind, and in the body gets massaged.
Rhythm will change your life. Rhythm will touch your heart. It will touch your whole soul.
Rhythm is bringing forth something in the human experience that's deeply desired. And it seems to be a tool that is allowing people to address almost anything they need to connect with.